I am the Lord, the God of Abraham.
Chosen one, hear this with clarity. Nothing God releases ever happens by accident. There is a system behind it, a divine order, precise instructions, and appointed timing. When God declared that he would strike tonight, it was not driven by emotion. It was alignment. It was authority. What is coming will move quickly, but it will only remain if you know how to carry it. You must understand this now, because blessings received without understanding do not bring freedom. They become weight. There are clear signs when something is opening, clear ways to respond, and clear positions you must hold so you do not interrupt what is being released. Silence, discernment, obedience, and patience are not suggestions in this hour. They are commands. This moment is not only about what you are about to receive. It is about how you receive it and whether you are prepared to hold what destiny is already unlocking. Remain alert, remain connected, feel for the structure beneath the shift that is unfolding. Those who perceive the mechanism do not merely witness the movement, they become vessels that sustain it. There is a reason your awareness is being sharpened now. There is a reason your spirit is being pulled to attention. This is a threshold moment, and thresholds respond only to those who are present enough to recognize them. In Scripture, there were many who stood near the river, but only Naaman entered the water and was healed when he obeyed the instruction that did not make sense to his mind. Others heard the sound of rain on Mount Carmel, but only Elijah perceived the cloud while it was still the size of a man's hand. Revelation comes quietly at first. Connection begins before manifestation. What is opening to you now requires attunement, not noise. Every appointed time carries a frequency that the awakened soul can feel. Heaven moves in patterns, seasons, and signals. People celebrate moments, exchange gestures, and mark days as ordinary. Yet many pass through sacred windows without realizing what stood open before them. The blessing was present, but alignment was missing. Healing does not arrive as comfort alone. It arrives as remembrance, a remembering of who you are, why you were called, and why this moment is meeting you now. Something is drawing closer. The air is changing. The gate does not announce itself loudly. It responds to recognition, and the fact that you are still here, still listening, is not coincidence. It is evidence that your spirit knows this threshold was meant to find you. Sacred nights do not move like ordinary time. They exist on another layer entirely. These are not just hours passing in darkness. They are opening thresholds where the veil grows thin and the unseen draws near. On these nights, God does not announce himself with noise. He moves with precision, with quiet authority, shaping what has been chosen long before it appears. The rules you have known begin to loosen. Time bends, space yields, and destiny leans forward. In these hours, what would normally require years can unfold in a single stretch of breath. The mind struggles here. It wants logic, sequence, proof, but the soul recognizes the rhythm instantly. This is the kind of night Jacob encountered when he laid his head on stone and woke to a ladder touching heaven. He went to sleep unaware and rose knowing the place had been a gate all along. Acceleration does not explain itself. It reveals itself to those already listening. These nights are sacred because God works beyond what the eyes can measure. He pours out what cannot be tracked, counted, or controlled. Strength where there was exhaustion, clarity where there was confusion. calling where there was wandering. The gifts released here do not arrive wrapped in spectacle. They arrive as inner knowing, as sudden alignment, as the quiet certainty that something irreversible has begun. People offer one another gifts they can hold, exchange, and display. God gives what cannot be purchased, earned, or fully seen. His gifts are eternal in nature. They settle into the spirit. They awaken memory. They activate identity. This is the difference you are being invited to recognize now. And recognition is not passive. It is the first movement of reception. Tonight is not about asking. It is about readiness. And readiness is already stirring within you. Night has always carried a deeper language. It is not absence, it is preparation. Darkness is not empty space, but sacred ground, a living canvas where God does his most precise work. When the body sleeps, the noise of the surface world quiets. The conscious mind loosens its grip, and in that surrender, the soul rises to a higher rhythm. God chooses the night because it removes distraction. It creates a protected chamber where transformation can occur unseen, uninterrupted, and unopposed. This is not metaphor alone. While the body rests, systems realign, repair begins, and what was strained starts to heal. In the spirit, the same pattern unfolds on a greater scale. Old structures begin to fall away. Wounds you could not name are touched. Seeds are planted without announcement. What will later feel like sudden strength or clarity is often born here in silence, while you are unaware and unguarded. The night becomes a place of divine exchange, a hidden workshop where the ordinary is reshaped into something eternal. Scripture returns to this moment again and again. Samuel heard his name called while others slept, not knowing his life had already shifted. Solomon received wisdom not through striving, but through a dream. God does not always arrive in daylight. Some revelations require stillness to be recognized. This timing is not accidental. For the chosen, the night carries intention. It is calibrated. Sleep becomes more than rest. It becomes a bridge, a crossing point between what you know and what is being formed within you. While the world slows, something accelerates. While the body lies still, the spirit moves. Even science observes this mystery. In deep sleep, the mind organizes truth, integrates memory, and restores balance. Spiritually, this mirrors a greater orchestration. Patterns are rewritten, resolve is strengthened, potential that has waited patiently begins to stir. What could take years through effort begins to unfold without strain. On sacred nights, the rhythm itself changes. Cycles shorten, intensity deepens, insight arrives fully formed, guidance comes without confusion. It is as if body and soul fall into alignment with a higher pulse, every breath synchronized to a divine order beyond explanation. This is the reminder you are meant to feel now. God does not work by human scale. While the world rests in familiar patterns, the chosen undergo accelerated becoming. Healing unfolds in hours. Dormant gifts awaken, the mind sharpens, the heart softens, the spirit stands taller. This is where heaven and natural law meet, not in spectacle but in precision, not in noise but in depth. Tonight is not simply passing, it is shaping you. And when morning comes, you may not yet have language for what changed, but you will feel it. Something irreversible will already be in motion. True transformation begins with surrender. Nothing new can fully emerge while the hands are are still gripping what has passed. Change cannot be forced. It unfolds only when resistance loosens and the soul consents to be led. Sleep offers this surrender without struggle. As the body settles and the surface mind grows quiet, the inner being opens. In that openness, the chosen becomes receptive to divine direction, unseen guidance, and living power. Tonight, this sacred crossing happens naturally. God initiates what effort never could. Old patterns release their hold. Doubt loses its voice. Fear dissolves without confrontation. A quiet fire begins to stir. Spiritual youth awakens from within, not as emotion, but as vitality. Light spreads through thought and breath, through intention and will. Healing weaves itself into the body. Protection settles into awareness. Clarity takes its place without strain. Decisions realign, emotions return to order. Purpose becomes the dominant current. This is why sacred sleep is never empty time. It is not escape, it is formation. These nights are chambers of divine becoming, where evolution happens without force and destiny advances without resistance. Even in ordinary days, you may have noticed brief moments of clarity, sudden answers, or healing that seem to arrive without effort. Tonight, that quiet pattern intensifies. What is being prepared now is not a minor shift, but a turning point. These gifts are not meant to improve a moment. They are meant to redirect a destiny, not only for the chosen one, but for every life connected to them. The night is active with unseen movement. Though the eyes perceive nothing, the soul feels everything. Alignment is taking place. Protection is set in order. God's presence arranges outcomes with exact intention. Nothing happening now is accidental. Every motion is precise, designed for one path, one calling, one chosen life. Think of it as a living design where every pulse carries meaning. What has waited patiently for the right moment is now being released. These are not material rewards. They arrive as strength where weakness once lived, vision where confusion lingered, courage where fear ruled. They shape the inner world first, and from there doors begin to open that once felt unreachable. Tonight is an unveiling. Divine flow moves in a pattern untouched by distraction or negativity. In this space, even quiet alignment carries great power. A clean heart, a steady mind, a willing spirit amplify what is being given. This is a night heavy with potential. Destiny does not rewrite itself through chaos. God's movement is always deliberate. Tonight brings a rare intimacy, a direct realignment of spirit and life. Limits begin to loosen. What once felt impossible starts to breathe. The divine becomes tangible, felt in awareness, in stillness, in every breath. It is like standing in a current of light that washes away fear and old weight. Every season of patience, every unseen act of faith converges now. These are not ordinary gifts. They are protection, empowerment, and living love flowing inward. Tonight is a threshold. To cross it requires alertness and willingness. Alignment allows the gift to settle fully. Human gifts are visible and finite, shaped by intention, but limited by form. Divine gifts move differently. They awaken from within. They are eternal in nature, often recognized only after they begin to change how you see, choose, and move. They may appear as insight, renewed strength, spiritual youth, or the ability to perceive possibility where none was seen before. Unlike material things, these gifts grow as they are used. They become guides, anchors, and sources of ongoing power. Each gift carries protection and purpose. They are not meant for survival alone, but for flourishing. God's rewards follow a design. They are tailored, timed, and aligned to the path set before you. Nothing is random. Every blessing fits the calling. When alignment is held, one gift unlocks another. Clarity leads to opportunity. Strength births contribution. This multiplication is the mark of divine generosity. God does not give in fragments. He transforms wholly. Before continuing, pause for a moment. If this message has touched your heart, take a breath and allow yourself to be fully present right here. First, please take a moment to like this video so this message can reach those who truly need guidance today. Second, you're invited to subscribe, not just to a channel, but to a growing flow of messages meant for you. As we're moving toward 5,000 subscribers, your connection helps ensure these words continue reaching the right hearts at the right time. Third, take a moment to write 999 or 777 in the comments as your personal declaration, and share your city and where you are listening from. Let this be a quiet but meaningful sign between you and the Lord. Lord, I am the one you came to find. I embrace the transformation you are leading me into. And if this message has blessed you and you feel led and able, you may send a super thanks as a way of saying deepest thanks, helping these words reach others who are searching for hope, direction, and truth. Amen. The chosen one is not given a single gift, but a living spectrum. Together, they create momentum that cannot be stopped, strength to endure, wisdom to navigate, and capacity to give back with purpose. Within every soul lies dormant power, waiting for recognition. Most never touch it. Not because it is absent, but because they are distracted, disconnected from the inheritance written into their spirit. They move through ordinary cycles, unaware of the extraordinary held within them. The chosen one stands at a different edge. Tonight marks the awakening. God begins to uncover abilities that have waited in silence. Intellectual insight, spiritual perception, inherited strength. These are not random traits. They are tools of destiny. Clarity to see what others miss, courage to act when truth demands movement, inner strength that rises under pressure. Throughout history, lives have turned at moments like this. Hidden capacity surfaced. Calling was recognized. Those who stepped into it did not become perfect, but they became aligned. Tonight, the chosen one steps into that same current, guided and guarded. Some gifts travel through lineage, carried in spirit, memory, or blood. Others are placed directly by God, sealed for a specific hour. Tonight, these streams converge. What was separate now activates together, amplifying one another beyond expectation. This unveiling is deliberate. Every ability is released with timing. Insight sharpens when it is needed. Strength arrives at the threshold. What awakens now does so for impact. The chosen one feels it not as noise but as illumination, like light entering a room long kept dark. This is a revealing, a gathering of hidden treasure aligning with mission. What was within you is now ready to move through you. The chosen one is not transformed for self alone. What awakens within them begins to move outward, touching lives through quiet influence and unseen ripples. Age belongs to the body and ends with it. Spiritual youth belongs to the soul. It is ageless, flowing through thought, intention, and action, renewing life from the inside out. Tonight, that vitality rises with strength, the capacity to heal, to guard, to create without the limits of time stirs fully awake. The body may carry years, but the spirit remains quick, radiant, and resilient. Courage sharpens, wisdom deepens, endurance steadies. True power is remembered, not in appearance, but in the eternal force that governs life far beyond flesh. Sacred history echoes this truth. Those who walked closely with God carried light long past what seemed possible. Their influence endured because spiritual youth sustained alignment and purpose. Among the deepest of divine gifts is the eternal star, a mark not seen by the eyes, yet unmistakable in presence. This star is a spiritual signature, a reflection of essence placed upon the chosen one. It illuminates their path and quietly draws others toward hope. It speaks of favor, direction, and calling. Though life moves quickly, the soul's light does not fade. It shines as proof that nothing God marks is temporary. The eternal star is also assurance. You are seen, you are guided, you are held. It becomes a signal for others, revealing what awakening and alignment can look like in a human life. A bridge between heaven and earth, expressed through daily steps. Protection begins within. Tonight, an inner strengthening forms, subtle yet unbreakable. It shields the heart from doubt, the mind from distortion, the spirit from interference. This guarding works in harmony with every other gift, preserving what has been awakened before danger is even perceived. History remembers those who walked through fire untouched, not by chance, but by unseen guidance. That same protection is present now. Angels are not symbols. They are messengers and guardians, active and aware. Tonight, they surround the chosen one, adjusting the path, removing resistance, and ensuring alignment. Their presence magnifies every gift awakened, youth, rebirth, vision, manifestation. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is lost. Under this guarding, transformation completes its work. The chosen one stands ready to move forward, protected, illuminated, and aligned with purpose that cannot be undone. As the night draws to a close, the soul rises renewed, guarded, and prepared to walk what God has already arranged. Divine favor is more than something received. It is a change of identity. When God marks a soul, perception shifts. The mind begins to see differently. What once felt unreachable now feels possible. Old limits lose their authority and quietly fall away. This change is not surface-level emotion. It reaches deeper into the architecture of thought and belief. A higher self begins to emerge, one shaped for endurance, clarity, and meaningful impact. The chosen one no longer measures value by status, possession, or recognition, but by alignment, by resonance with divine intention. Identity moves from time into eternity, from flesh into spirit. The mind adapts to this new ground, recognizing opportunity inside challenge and growth inside pressure. When identity shifts, potential follows. When a soul knows it is chosen, both mind and spirit respond, forming new patterns that support the life now unfolding. This is why divine favor transforms everything it touches. It is not external alone, it integrates. The chosen one does not simply receive gifts. They become someone capable of carrying them, holding them, releasing them through a life that reflects purpose. Grace reshapes not only experience but being. Where human sight stops at appearances, divine sight perceives depth. Tonight brings a refinement of vision, the ability to recognize truth beneath surface, possibility beneath limitation, and alignment beneath uncertainty. This is the mark of a new identity, one no longer shaped by fear or history, but by the reality of what God has already called forth. This new sight reshapes more than perception. It changes how life itself is understood. With awakened vision comes clarity. Where others encounter walls, the chosen one recognizes doors. Where failure appears final, hidden pathways emerge. This seeing does not stop at circumstances. It reaches inward, illuminating the soul. It reveals untapped potential, not only within the chosen one, but within every life they touch. This awakening of sight is both a gift and a weight. To see more is to carry responsibility. Discernment becomes essential because expanded awareness reveals consequence, motive, and the delicate movements beneath the surface. This vision must be carried with humility, steadied by love. Vision beyond human limits creates real impact. With eyes aligned to the infinite, the chosen one nurtures growth, inspires change, and guides others toward alignment. Life begins to appear as a living network of purpose rather than isolated events. Discernment sharpens into an inner knowing, the ability to sense what can be, even when appearances argue otherwise. This awareness transforms judgment into wisdom. People and situations are no longer measured by their limits, but by the future they contain. Discernment becomes an inner compass, filtering distraction and revealing paths unseen by ordinary sight. It is like navigating by a steady light in heavy waters. Uncertainty no longer paralyzes. Direction remains. History remembers those who carried this sight. Leaders who recognized greatness before it emerged. Healers who perceived unseen dynamics. Visionaries who shaped the world through insight rather than force. The chosen one now carries this same capacity, strengthened by divine favor. Decisions change, interactions deepen, fear loses influence, hope becomes active, discernment turns into a tool of service, awakening potential wherever it is recognized. Vision is never neutral. It carries responsibility. To see beyond limits is to act with intention, compassion, and restraint. Every choice holds weight now because awareness shapes outcome. This responsibility begins within. Seeing possibility in others requires honesty within oneself. Clarity, balance, and alignment must be maintained so vision remains constructive rather than distorted by ego. Insight without stewardship can overwhelm, but vision aligned with purpose becomes transformative. This is the sacred partnership now formed. Awareness joined with obedience, sight joined with wisdom. The chosen one does not merely see more. They are entrusted to use what they see for the unfolding of what was always meant to be. Gifts are not only received, they are carried, cultivated, and released into the world. Awareness turns into movement. Insight becomes influence. Vision opens a channel through which divine purpose flows. Eternal rebirth is not a single moment in time, it is an ongoing awakening. The chosen one learns to loosen old patterns, lay down limiting beliefs, and step into new ways of seeing, feeling, and becoming. With each rebirth, the spirit grows stronger, awareness widens, and alignment deepens. This transformation does not move in straight lines. It moves in waves. Seasons of challenge, surrender, and revelation become gateways rather than obstacles. Every turning point carries the possibility of renewal. Each rebirth brings greater clarity, strength, and direction. The soul is no longer weighed down by what came before. The past is not denied, but it no longer defines. Regret loses its grip. Fear loses its voice. What once limited now becomes wisdom. This freedom allows divine gifts to move without hesitation, expressed with courage and purpose. Eternal rebirth restores power. Life is no longer seen as a narrow path, but as a living continuum of growth. Every step forward carries divine energy. Every moment becomes an opening to embody purpose and awaken possibility in others. Holding tightly to the past restricts what the spirit can become. Release is not loss, it is expansion. As old fears and patterns fall away, the soul opens fully to what is being poured in. The past remains a teacher, but it no longer serves as a cage. What lies ahead now has room to unfold. Letting go is courage in motion. It is faith made visible. It tells God and the unseen order that the chosen one is ready to receive, expand, and step fully into purpose. Every act of release increases spiritual momentum, carrying the soul forward with greater force. Across sacred history, those who loosened their grip on the past did not lose power. They uncovered it. When attachment fell away, authority, insight, and clarity rose. Tonight carries that same release. A quiet liberation begins, activating what has waited beneath the surface. As the past loosens its hold, divine gifts move without distortion. Nothing is weakened by old patterns. The chosen one begins to operate whole, aligned, and strengthened by God's nearness. Not all transformation demands effort. Some change happens without strain, because it rises from within. This kind of shift is deep and decisive. It restructures mind, body, and spirit at once. When change comes without resistance, it is a sign of alignment. The soul, the heart, and intention are moving in harmony with divine will. Patterns adjust, insight surfaces, gifts awaken naturally. This reminds the chosen one that surrender and purity amplify divine movement. Trust deepens. Life no longer feels random. Timing reveals intention. Even challenge carries meaning, shaped for growth rather than harm. Effortless change teaches a deeper truth. Power is not born only through struggle. It flows through alignment. When the chosen one aligns fully with God, limits dissolve. What once felt unreachable draws near. What once seemed impossible becomes ordinary. This is not personal dominance. It is divine strength moving through a willing soul. In this state, challenges meet wisdom. Obstacles turn into openings. Desire aligns with purpose. Time, energy, and circumstance begin to bend toward divine order. Miracles feel natural because resistance is gone. History remembers those who walked this way. Healing, insight, and creation flowed through them because ego had yielded to purpose. Tonight, the chosen one steps into this same state. Alignment brings freedom, but also responsibility. Nothing remains impossible, yet integrity and humility must remain intact. From this place, divine favor moves through every thought and action. Life itself becomes an instrument. Every moment becomes a channel through which higher purpose takes form. Part 13. The Night of Destiny and Heaven's Confirmation. Some nights pass like any other. This one does not. This night was marked long before you ever knew to listen. From the beginning it was set apart for you. The pain you endured, the collapse you survived, the trials that nearly broke you were not signs of failure. They were divine evidence. Proof that something powerful was being forged in secret. Heaven does not waste suffering. It refines strength where greatness is required. What broke you did not disqualify you. It marked you. Every loss sharpened you. Every delay prepared you. Tonight is not random alignment. It is sacred timing arriving exactly when you were ready to carry it. Energies converge that cannot be recreated. What awakens now was waiting for this precise moment to breathe. You are not being comforted, you are being activated. Angels move with intention. Divine currents shift around you. Gifts awaken in an order written into your destiny. Nothing you feel tonight is accidental. Every stirring, every knowing, every inner fire is calibrated for your growth, your protection, your assignment. This night does not ask you to retreat. It calls you forward, to awaken fully, to carry what has been placed in your hands, to step onto the path that was prepared before you ever asked for it. Watch how reality begins to answer back. Patterns align. Doors respond. The unseen confirms what heaven has already declared. You will remember this night, not as comfort, but as confirmation. The moment everything began to move. The moment potential crossed into motion. The moment favor shifted from promise into force. This is not a general blessing. This is personal. Heaven is responding to you directly, precisely. What is being released fits your soul, your strength, your calling. Human recognition fades. Divine favor does not. It reshapes who you are. It awakens what was hidden. It aligns your life with purpose that cannot be measured or stopped. You are seen, you are prepared, and what is unfolding now cannot be obstructed, delayed, or reversed. Because this night is not the end of anything. It is the moment the door opens. God of all times and hidden paths, I stand at the edge of what you have prepared, not asking for comfort but for alignment. Strip away what no longer belongs to the calling you placed within me. Silence every fear that speaks louder than truth. Let what you have awakened tonight take root beyond emotion, beyond memory, beyond doubt. I receive not what I want, but what you know I am ready to carry. Strengthen my spirit where the world once broke me. Refine my vision so I see as you see, not as my past taught me to see. Seal what you have released so nothing is lost, delayed, or corrupted. If a door has opened, let me recognize it. If a path has been revealed, steady my steps. If this night is marked in heaven, let its power follow me into every tomorrow. I yield my timing to yours. I release control. I step forward, awake, willing, and set apart, trusting that what you begin, you complete. If your spirit is saying yes, tap like on this message. Let that simple action help this word reach others who are searching for clarity and hope right now. Subscribe and stay connected, not to walk this journey alone, but to remain in the flow of every word God is releasing in this season. As we're moving toward 5,000 subscribers, your presence helps ensure these messages continue reaching the hearts they're meant for. Then go to the comments and take a moment to write 999 or 777, and also share your city and where you're listening from. Let this be your declaration before God. Lord, I am the one you came for. I receive the transformation you are bringing into my life. And to those who feel led and able to support this ministry through your prayers, your comments, or by using the Super Thanks feature, thank you. Your support helps this message reach the hearts God is preparing right now, far beyond what we could do alone. Amen.